forgot to do this beforehand. Let me... Blah, 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 blah. Should be okay. This will be already set. Cool, that's good to go. My ears itching like crazy, so I hope this like doesn't bother me all night. Alright, let's get this shit done. Copy. It's like it always back to this, isn't it? Oh well. Alright. I think it leads everything, so people in the chat window, when they come in, should see that. So, hope that's good. Let's launch it. Decided to have a beer. It's just a little one. Oh, there. This is a 16 by 20, by the way. It's just a little one. Alright, let's get to work. So now what I said I wanted to do last night was... Did you stop? Why did you stop? Oh, okay, so he said... Okay. Said last night we want to get the handrail, or not the handrail, the guardrail. Perfectly the car and railing up there. We get through that, maybe the rest of this bridge too. That's like a super successful night. This is only a short one. I'll go to about 10:30 tonight, and then we'll, that's what we're going to call it. Let's listen to something that is not circus music today. I'm trying to get ready for Halloween, so we're doing like a circus theme as best as we can. I mean, like, I couldn't go out and buy all new shit, so we still have the same old jumping spiders and all that, but my wife's a clown, my daughter's a clown. And they're dressing up as them, too. Terrible. It's a terrible joke. Anyway, so, yeah, and I'm going to be a ringmaster and everything, so I figured I'd have, like, a lot of, like, creepy calliope music or whatever going. But you'd be surprised at how many creepy calliope records are just regular calliope records. It's a little disappointing. Just trying to make up something for, like an outlining. I was looking at some older paintings today, mine, and I was actually amazed at how much I liked when I... Ooh, get that off my hand. Just because it'll end up on the painting. Sorry. But how many I liked when I had like a little bit of like an outline done first. Just like in like a little area like here, you know, like beep, beep, you know. Could use a little more though. Let's get a little more over here because I had a bunch over there, but I didn't have it over here. So that was everybody's Monday. Mine wasn't too terrible. My work computer, well, that's just my computer, but my whole like system that we use regularly shit the bed on us. So we sat around for about 6 hours. Every now and then someone would call in and be like, "Hey, I can't get on your system on your website," and we're like, "Yeah, neither can we." thing that feeds that. So, what if we want to, order something next to air? That's tough. Everything about the ordering system's down. We can't do it on our end. We can't do it. We can't tell you guys to do it on yourselves. Nothing. Look, you give me price and availability? Nope. Well, when should I call back? I don't know. They told us to be ready soon, but my company's idea of soon is like... This happened before last year, and it was like 3 days. So... I figure if it goes down tomorrow, I'm just breaking up the sketchpad right away, rather than waiting for my lunch break. To figure out what I control now. See, the old building wasn't too terrible, actually. We had a nice little piece of land, and we were near that and Farm Trail, which is the one painting from. But like this new one, there's nothing around it except for like other shitty office buildings. Trying a little something different. You guys like this better than the jazz? I don't know. Just trying to get it something. That's gonna blend in a lot, but that's just because I want to just put a little touch in there. I don't want to. Thank you to Chilled Cow for the YouTube channel. Put this stuff on it now. If you can, go over, give them a like. 24/7 channel, so there's always like stuff that you want to relax to, chill to. I tried sleeping this one night, it didn't work for me. But it's like only thunderstorms seem to work for me on that. Do you guys know today's National Cat Day? I've been like posting about it all day on Instagram. Because I'll be honest, I was just looking for something to post just to keep, I like to try to stay active on there, at least I'm trying to build the audience there naturally. Because I'm so tired of the goddamn requests of like, hey, pay us like $5 and we'll give you 1,000 followers or whatever. Fuck you. Pay us $5 for a repost. Fuck you. Of Mary's eyes. Ships about the harbor. Stay first. Troubles and the fire in the land. I can almost feel the famine. So anyway, like I said, I try to keep active on there because that's the way everybody says. If you post regularly, eventually you'll find an audience. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of new to it, so I'll give it a shot. It's been working. I don't know. I'll gain some and I'll lose some like every day. Like it's like right now I'm like teetering around like 180. I'm hoping I can kick over it and stay over it. It's like when I was trying to cross 50 here. It was like it just kept getting close and I kept getting close. It's an Irish night. Oh, this fucking stupid. It's like a... There's a bright part there, but I'm like skipping over it. Like... I won't lie, the jazz stuff that I've been playing, I don't mind too much, and I got a ding on YouTube about it, but it was a ding I don't mind. They're like, oh, well, the creator is monetizing it, so if people see it on YouTube, I don't get a dime, but the people who made the music do it. I'm like, alright, well, that's not too bad. It's better than when they block out the video entirely. It's like, so I don't mind that, but I was just like, let's try something different. You know, in case my 7 YouTube followers watch my video like 10,000 times each, and they start having ads on the channel. I want to see him paint lines really slowly. Just gonna go fill in like a little bit of space here. It's not to be too fill in, because like. I'm going to be painfully honest. I do this, I think, every week now, but I am really, at this point, just waiting for Walking Dead first half of the season just to end, so I can be done with the show. I'm so disappointed in it. This season, I mean, it's funny, they're getting like rave reviews online, and like this season so far has been a waste of time. They've ruined a huge story. Like, well, they're not even trying for it. A huge storyline in it. It looks like they're just going to end up jumping probably, I guess, the next half of the season into the Whisperers War without having done like the whole actually having peace for a little bit and having like Alpha like infiltrate. And I was talking to a friend of mine at work, and we were discussing about, like, it seems like the next episode is Rick's last episode. Andrew Lincoln. And we were talking about it, and I was like, dude, you know what I was hoping for? I was like, I was really kind of hoping that they were going to, like, flat out, like, just blindside, like, the people that are a fan of the show but have never read the book. Because there's one part in the book with the Whisperers War where a number of characters end up losing their heads. And I don't want to go into more detail because I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to say who loses what and whatever. But I thought, damn, man, would it have been a powerful fucking thing if they'd done it kind of like the comic, in a sense where, alright, there's hints of the Whisperers, you know, from a scouting troop, and you could even make it one of the main characters, Daryl or somebody solid or whatever. You know, pick your fucking poison on that one. But like, alright, they run into like the Whisperers, and then like, you know, but then, yeah, maybe there's not a full sense of belief. But then like the Whisperers attack occurs that leads to Alpha's daughter or whatever getting captured, and Alpha and Rick make a pact, but then somebody crossed the Whisperers border. I forget how that worked out again. But and then Alpha snuck in and beheads a bunch of people. I was like, damn, man, can you imagine if that was the first half of the season again? Like, everybody's, you know, fine and peaceful, like they are in the comic. There's not like the fucking shit going on right now that they have in the show. Everybody's like kind of cool with each other. You know, because in the comic it was peace. It was uneasy peace, but it was peace. Unlike what they have now. And I was like, man, can you imagine if they had that going on? And it's like, all right, so then Alpha sneaks in and like, you know, just like in the comics, it's like Alpha's kind of noticing a couple people. You know, she's just wandering about. And then like a little later on, everyone's like, hey, did you see so and so? And be like, no, I haven't seen so and so. Last I saw, they were over there. You know, and did you see so and so? No, I didn't see so and so. And then like, I was like, what if one of them was Rick? Did you see Rick? No, I didn't see Rick. Where's Rick? So Alpha seeing him as like the biggest threat was just like, all right. And then you can imagine like the end of like next episode. No big farewell, no big, you know, whatever. It's literally, there's Rick's head on a spike. Fucking, that would have been unbelievable. That would have literally been such a shock that you would have had like next you know, the second half of the season, like even as disappointed as I was with like the last 2 seasons of Walking Dead, really, like that would have been like, fuck, I gotta see that next time. Yeah, but they don't, they haven't done. It was kind of at this point going for the routine. Just terribly sad. I thought that would have been badass. Instead, they're going to go through like a very like, oh, look, it's Rick's last episode, and we're going to do all this stuff with Rick. And look, he's going to have these flashbacks as he's dying or something or whatever. And maybe he'll live, maybe he won't. Who knows? But I was like, last night's episode was so full of like, it was more of, okay, you know, look, here's Rick and Daryl swearing their brotherhood to each other again. Cool, haven't seen that before. The sunshine song, won't take no play for you. It's just the sunshine song, won't take no play for you. I think what else was there was something someone to say. That's funny. We were I came home and I was talking to my wife a little bit about, you know, how it was National Cat Day, and I wished my cats a happy National Cat Day. They looked at me and I said nothing. ungrateful swine. They, well, I was saying she was listening to whatever radio station she listens to in the morning. And they, DJ said something along the lines of, like, you know, X percentage of, and I don't remember what she said, I think she was talking about it earlier, but, like, X percentage of men that own cats will, train their cats to use the toilet, and X number of women cat owners claim they understand what their cat is saying when it mews at them. And we were joking because the fact of the matter is, like, we legitimately do know what at least the one cat says, or what it's trying to say, which is our cat Mickey, who is a fat piece of shit. I mentioned on here before. And look, I'm not someone who likes to fat shame people. I think I've said this before on here, but I'll restate that fact. You know, provided they're not like an asshole. If they're an asshole, I'll hit them with everything I can. But because I'm that much of an asshole. But the when it comes to my cat, like, he's a fat piece of shit. He eats his brother's food. That's just food. Might need to brighten that up just some plain white. Let's just try that. Yeah, it's much better. Get to separate a little bit from the. It's just dirty looks. But anyway, but the only time that cat mews, the only time he makes any noise whatsoever, is when he's under the impression he's getting food. Like, every morning, he jumps on my wife, literally, like, jumps on her, and meow, 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 you know. And it's like, okay, we get it, you're hungry. And he will follow her around, literally, the entire time. Meow, meow, meow. And he gets, like, more and more desperate, like as if he's, I'm wasting away here, human, look at me. And meanwhile, I'm standing behind him like, dude, cat, if we put a guest shirt on you, people would stand behind you like, I don't know, 250, 300? Alright. At least $1.80. Then my wife yells at me, it's not that fat! And then I have to, you know. Anyhow. And then the other cat, now we don't necessarily know what he's intending to say, what he's trying to alert us to, or anything like that. But our cat, Kyram, I did a painting of, I think it was my second stream, or second painting on stream, my second stream. Yeah, I did turn it off, it's still hot in here. Anyway, he legitimately says hello. And I gotta get him on tape. He doesn't talk very often, he doesn't make noise very often. But he literally will sit there and you hear, hello? Hello? Like, it's just funny as hell, because it's just, 9 times out of 10, it's to our lights in the hallway or whatever, you know, right in front of the bathroom. Hello? Every now and then he'll come into the bedroom and do it to us. But, and I joke around whenever he does. What is it, Kyram? You know, is Timmy stuck in the well? Like, most of all. Me. Look me. flashlight. Spotlight, spotlight. Neon light, neon light. So as I said, I don't know what he's trying to tell us, but damn it, that cat says hello. Every time, though, I try to capture it, man, it's like the second I turn on the camera, he's like, oh, get my good side. It's like a fucking cat. They probably wonder why I look at them whenever I watch like America's Funniest Home Videos, or if I watch some cat videos online. I look at them right afterwards. Why don't you guys do funny shit like this? Or better yet, why don't you guys do this shit when I have my camera ready? Because every now and then they do something stupid, but... Kym's notorious for chasing his tail and then falling off of whatever he was sitting on. But again, it happens so fast usually that it's like, God damn it, by the time I get my camera, I get my phone like into the camera mode. Bastard's done already. Spotlight, spotlight. Don't lay me down to sleep. I guess I'll go back to sleep. It's got a little light under the sun. I wouldn't mind seeing George Clinton again. That was a good show. I guess I want to make sure if I go again that I would have people with me this time. Somebody I can actually party with. It'll decrease the chance of me popping an old lady in the head. Did not mean to do that. But damn it all, George said get up and you weren't up. It's not my fault my hand came down in the wrong spot as I was jumping. Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind and follow you into the dark. No blinding lights, colors to gaze of white, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for a hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. If There's no one beside you when your soul embarks. I'll follow you into the dark. Catholic school, vicious. Hey, what's going on, Menaceart man? Menaceart man. Trying to say it right. What's happening? It's been a while. Fear is the heart of love, so I never look back. Heaven held aside. Sides. Let's get a little bit of purple in there. Just a little bit violet. Let's just get rid of the last of that. What else we got? We got black as the rose. On the side that they both are satisfied. Is that visible there? Okay, just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm mixing. So I got some of the green that we had slapped in there, which I think was a little bit of the teal, turquoise blue, and like some of this permanent green light, I believe. Along with the yellow ochre and the white. So how's that? You look at that underpass, you know, or supports, I guess. That's what we're going for. So we're looking for the base of that first, and then we'll. The mind of its own. I know you won't tell any time. It's the heart of the world. Uh-oh, I got beer. Oh, shit. I got beer on my fucking keyboard. My bad. Sorry, computer. The dream. I think one of these times I gotta talk to say Pink Eye Epoxy or something like that. I'm trying to figure out how she gets. She has like a camera like it's dead set on the damn painting, and you see her brush, but I can't figure out where she's standing, like how it works. Because when I see her moving in, I don't think she's painting like this. I mean, she could be. She could be doing a full Bob Ross, and I can't do that. I apologize. You guys are gonna always deal with my head like that. Like my big ass head's gonna be in your way a lot. I try to tilt that back as much as I can. As long as I'm like, once I get past like the, okay, I've done that little section, I can move back a little and check it out. I mean, the one nice thing that I have with the setup here, like, whereas I used to have to regularly step back and look at a painting. I mean, I got to a point where I was like almost obsessive about it, where literally I'd add like 2 or 3 brush strokes, and then like I'd step back, and I'd go back like 10 feet, you know. Just because it was like so hammered in sometimes, and they weren't wrong, especially with like the way I paint. I feel the need is, you know, a lot of times what I'm doing is trying to separate the colors that are getting mixed in your eyes. So to test it, I gotta go back there and kind of squint a little bit and see if it looks like the color flat. To make sure I'm doing it right. let's put a little bit of that back in there. Add a little bit of violet to it. But the that's too much violet, but we also want some blue back in there. But see, with the computer, it's already at a little bit of a distance and it's smaller, and so I could kind of squint at that, and I don't have to step all the way back, and saves a little bit of time. Living life and love, the only thing in common was we knew there was something more. The dream no more. Oh yeah. Who's wrong? Was wrong. No, we need French ultramarine. That fucker's all dried up over there. Just left that blue boy down there. Just a little bit. We're gonna need more later. We put that over here. So that's where we'll be. Let's try a little bit of mixing that blue glass color. Just like tapping in there just to get a little bit of here and a little bit of there, and then kind of punch that up a little bit because it's like it's picking up some of that green. I guess you guys can't really see that too much, but pick up a little bit more white off of there. Viridian, French ultramarine. Do I don't have a alizarin out, do I? Need a little alizarin. Where's my alizarin? There you go, baby. Where's that at? No, that's what Carmine isn't. I've used before. There it is, the alizarin. It's probably dried up though. So that's not. It's like my favorite mixture for getting a nice dark, almost black color. Little Viridian, little Cobalt Ultramarine, Cobalt Violet Hue, little French Ultramarine. It's like a dark, darkest, like purplish color. You figure the alizarin and the Viridian together alone will kind of give it almost like a dirty brown, and then you add a little bit of that cobalt and the ultramarine, just gives it a little. It's like a hint of color. It's hard to explain. It's just like a dash of tonality that you won't get. Under other circumstances, I guess. That's the best way to put it. That should be a little more bluish. We're not talking to you, Bluey. What is that? Yeah. Yes, it's shabby. You can take like a dab of cerulean. There we go. That little car. Just a happy little car. And then we're gonna make up a fuck ton of that little super dark color. Some of that over here again. Slap that over there. Take a little of that over there. A little more. Over that. There we go. Slap it all together. See, I don't use black, so I just don't use black paint at all. It's just something I don't. I feel like there's always color in everything, and technically, what black is actually an absence of all color if you talk about it in the form of light. And I don't feel like that's ever something that actually exists. You know? Call it overly philosophical or whatever, but. I had a teacher like once challenge me on it, like, well, what if you were painting the absence, completely in the darkness of space? I was like, well, like, all right, send me to space and I'll use black. I'll pull out the ivory black and I'll work on that, But as long as we have an atmosphere, it's not something that I see. Worth pointing out again, I was not well liked at school by my teachers at the art school. The students, some of them like me, I guess. I'm still in touch with some of the people I graduated with. So, I mean, I guess they like me. Yeah, they all look at me on Facebook like, oh, him again! Fuck, I thought I was rid of him. And so we're getting a little loose here, because first off, there's going to be a lot of leaves and shit that get in the way here, so it's not like... It's not super imperative that I, cover up every inch of this thing into complete shadow. And plus, I kind of go in here, get some fun with it, like take a little bit of the extra cobalt violet. And see, now this is stuff that you guys on camera here, and even when I take a photo of it, I like to always take photos at the end of each session here, and I post them on my Instagram and my Facebook. And no matter how good a camera, no matter how good, I have a pretty good Nikon. I use when I finish a painting, I use it to take like raw photos that I can manipulate a little bit in Photoshop so I can put them up on Society 6. And when I say manipulate, all I do is like, you know, actually crop around it so there's no wall, you know. But anyway, the but even with that, like good camera and even in a super high resolution, you probably aren't going to see these purples. Hell, only people with like super sharp eyes are probably going to pick them up, you know, in person. I mean, even these little touches of cobalt, violet hue. They're just there as like a little spice. You don't quite know they're there. As I've joked around a couple times, it's my asshole color. Not that my asshole is that color, but that'd be unhealthy. Maybe a little extra ultramarine in there too. What I mean by that is like it's a color that I like to throw in, kind of just to fuck with the viewer of Prince. Not Prince the musician. But like, you know, there's a lot of people I harp on it all the time, and I'm sorry, I know, I shouldn't repeat myself, but I don't know, nobody's talking, so I do. Because I never know who someone's checking in for the first time or whatever. But like, people see prints of stuff, you know. Oh, I love Starry Night. Oh, really? When did you see it at the Met? Oh, I've never been, or the MoMA. I mean, you know, I've never been. You've never been to the MoMA? No. Then how do you know you love Starry Night? Did it travel? Because I don't remember it ever traveling. No, it's never traveled. You know, I never saw it. So you've seen prints of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love T-shirts. And yeah, and the print posters. Like, no, then you've never seen it. You don't know what it looks like. I know I harp on that a lot. It's worth noting I'm getting very antsy. I really do want to head up to New York at some point and see it. Again, it's been too long. Last time I saw it, there was a show at the MoMA of Van Gogh's. So my buddy Dav and I went up there, and it was a cool day hanging out. Like, we hadn't done that in a very long time. I'd like to do that again. Some few touches of green, I think. But we went up there. We checked out the Van Gogh show there. I'm trying to think if we did anything else. That would be really good there. I'm trying to think if we did anything else that day. We went around the MoMA. I mean, it's not our favorite museum by either one of us. By a long stretch. But it was like, alright, well, we're here and we paid like $30 or whatever the hell it was. So we might as well get our money's worth out of it as best we can. Worst case, we'll be making fun of a bunch of shit that, you know, we don't like. And maybe that sounds a little ignorant. I don't know. Yeah. There's times I see the case for art is subjective, and there's other times I don't. I think you're full of shit when people say it. I watched a. It's like a webisode, or I don't know. I guess it's referred to as a webisode of a thing called The Madness of Art. You can look it up. I think that's the channel too. So, but it's by an art dealer in New York, and he posts just. He says they're based kind of on real life things that have happened, and it's pretty funny. I'll be honest. I was cracking up at some of them, but there's one scene that was really making me laugh because it's like yeah, kind of proving in a lot of ways that I'm not wrong. And that's it. You know, they he's trying to sell a Jasper Johns to a customer who's like, isn't that just a fucking like balloon dog? Like, well, no, it's a glass, but it's shaped like a balloon dog. And you know, Jasper Johns, a very important artist. And I was like, well, why? Well, he's I mean, like, look, she'll love it. He just starts going, like, he just breaks out of like, I can't really answer this question. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to sell you the fucking thing. And then the episode ends with him breaking in the back. It's pretty funny. Check it out. I know I spoiled that episode, but check out the other episodes. I got like 5 seasons of it. Only like 5-minute episodes. Wait till we're done here, by the way. No reason to leave. I just lost everybody. Fuck. Now, they're like, "Oh, it's something entertaining." I'll leave him. Except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I got a little story. Think you should know. To drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. To get one for my baby, one more for the road. I've got the routine. Put another nickel in the machine. Getting so bad. Can she make the music easy and sad? I could tell you a lot, but you've gotta be true to your code. Make it one for my baby, and one more for the road. You'll never know it, but buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I got a little things I'd like to say. When I'm gloomy, won't you listen to me till it's talked away? That's how it goes. Joe, I know you're getting anxious to close. Thanks for the cheers. I hope you didn't mind my bend in your ear. But this torch that I found, it's gonna be drowned, but soon might explode. So make it one for my baby, and one more for the road. alone. It's a little bit of... Consider that like a little more underpainting. It's not really like the stuff that would be there, so when I start really pushing on this a little bit. I'm just gonna scoop a little bit where I tainted that. Yeah, I said taint. Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. No, I think I'm right. In blow comes the night. All right, let's see here. All right. Oh, God damn it. All right. Silence. Look, we're not going to get through these trees. I mean, I got 17 minutes left before I got to start wrapping it up and get cleaned up and shit. But what we can get done is we're going to start hitting these outlines a little. What the kind of major sections of the leaves would be, you know? Throw a little bit of the French ultramarine back in there. Make it a little deeper. It's going to fade a little bit towards the back, but that's okay for now. Remember, we did more sky technically than we needed to, hypothetically, because we want to make sure that there was spots where the leaves overhang and fall into it. And get through stuff, you know? I figure, look, we'll be back on Tuesday. It's too loud in my ear now. Last song was so low, and I'm blowing my ear out. This one. Figure we were, you know, the stuff will dry out a little bit. That's okay. We're gonna let it do it, you know. Let it be its own little pathway here. And then when we come back in on Tuesday, it won't entirely dry. The Viridian's good. It's not like my piece of shit Cobalt. Dry in a day. Hey, so pick up a viewer. Sláinte. But it'll dry a little bit. You know, there'll be a few spots and parts. There'll be a few parts that, like, you know, dot here or there will dry up. And it's like, okay, that's fine. We'll pick that, you know. But then another spot will still be wet, so when we start putting in other paints, you know, it'll pick it up a little bit, change that color a little bit on the canvas, which is cool. Mix it up a little bit too. Like take a little bit of the turquoise and throw that in there. I really do like when turquoise and Viridian mix together. It's like a pretty cool color. Now we start just kind of hacking the tree out a little bit, and there might be spots where we need to go back in and make a little more cloud color. Right back here. It doesn't look like it's really living up to the rest of it, and maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Yeah, I could probably do it just by doing this. Right? Let's see. Take a little bit of that. Just kind of weep weep. I'll do stuff. Oh, I guess my viewer didn't want to be sláinte. Sláinte? Is that like a verb? I don't know if did I just make a verb? Sláinte. I want to be sláinte. Let's see what it looks like to guys. I did bump up the resolution. It should be back up to 1080p. I hope it's working right, but it doesn't look like it's in focus. Did you fuck me again, you piece of shit? Manual focus. Where are you at? Yeah, you did. You're like 1.9 feet. Where are you going? I told you to be at like 6 feet, dude. See, this is what I need you guys to tell me, man. This is what I need people to tell me. Like, dude, you're out of focus. You getting better? I'll watch it. It's like polishing a turd. Let's go a little farther. See if it'll. Because you know what's weird. All right, this is kind of weird. All right, now I'm probably. Let's do a real measurement. I'm just about a perfect 6 feet. Or no, perfect 5 feet. Sorry, 5 feet. I'll try it. Let's see if we knock it down to that. But see, the thing is, I think it gets fold a little bit. There's 5'3". We'll go 5'3". See what's this. Makes it look any better. But I think I always have to overestimate rather than underestimate. Because I honest to God think the camera gets a little tricked into thinking it's farther away. As shitty as my painting is, I think it, yeah. See, it doesn't look like it. I don't know. I didn't see anything change, actually. Then again, I have been drinking tonight, so maybe you guys all changed. I don't know. but we got no choice. All the girls and boys making all that noise, 'cause they found new toys. Well, we can't salute ya, can't find a flag. If that don't suit ya, that's a drag. Summer, school's out forever. You know what's funny? I'd kill to go back to school. To be one of those guys that, like, forever is part of, like, academia. I looked into getting my master's to teach, but it was literally physically impossible from where I worked then, and I work farther away now, to become an art teacher. So you can't go through University of Phoenix or any of that bullshit. So it sucks. And I was like, that sucks. I looked into it was the Moore College of Art Masters. Even though Moore, at least it used to be, I don't know if it still is, it was like an all-girls school. The master's program was not. The University of Arts was not going to take me back. I know that. I'm pretty sure they would have. I'm pretty sure teachers would have, like, gone on strike and protest, but. Especially if I told them that my idea would have been to go back there and be a teacher. Now I'd probably get away with it. No, all my teachers are retired or dead, but. So they're not there anymore. So fuck them. Well, except for Jerry. Jerry, if you're watching, I'd be shocked. I remember you being confused by email. So I'm going to get started on other social media programs, let alone Twitch. Anyhow, but like I said, I couldn't do it. Financially, it was not gonna. Even with student aid, we weren't gonna pull it off because I was working 2 jobs at the time and I had to. Dude, if anybody's trying to argue that that's what the song's about, I'm gonna kill them. I won't kill them, but. Alright, I'm going to give a brief summary. There is a photo online that a friend of mine posted, which it is a woman dressed up, looks like kind of like a waitressy type outfit. She has a name tag that says Eileen on it, and then she has some questionable looking, semi-clear spots all over her face and her shirt, etc. Okay, so it's Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Okay. And my friend's like, ha ha ha, oh my god, laugh till you get it. It's like, dude, it's literally what the song's about. Like, literally that 80s song that everyone, come on, Eileen, oh, I swear on my knees, at this moment, you mean everything. He's literally talking about blasting his load on her face. Everybody to the wild, wild west. I think that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Pack a dress for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state with a bomb-ass envy. A state where you never find a dance floor empty. And pimps be built for them green. Lean, mean money, making machines, stricken fiends. Alright, let's see here. How about we do a raid again? I keep trying to raid. I don't know if anybody actually does it. I don't know who's actually here. Last time I said it was only saying I was raiding with party 1, and then when I checked their stream, it was like raided with a party of 3. I was like, what? So, let's see if we can raid somebody. Because we're about done. So, where's my Twitch live? Who's up? Who's up? Who's working? Fuck Bob Ross is streaming. Rocket League streaming. Fuck that. I could use it. Pink eye epoxy is always fun. In the city of Compton. Yeah, let's go pink eye. Why not? I really got to figure out how she's. I mean, like I see her camera. I guess. So we're gonna wrap it up here. 10:26, a few minutes early. Man, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. So it's up on the stage, man, that's what you screaming. Who knows? Maybe we'll pick up a viewer from it or something at some point. Alright, so clicking the raid now button, babies. And then we'll catch you later, guys. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock is the next stream. Good work tonight, though.